Coach Williams posted, "Look, I see the talk about academic pressure and caffeine shaking hands. Life doesn't give you a timeout when things get heavy. You want that scholarship? You want the legacy? You have to execute through the noise." Jordan Brooks's inner voice. "I'm leaning against the lockers with my headphones cranked to drown out the guidance counselor's static, feeling that Berlin acceptance letter burn against my spine like a heavy, distorted bass line. I'm not yet brave enough to turn up."
Coach, music works the same way. If you just keep cranking the volume to execute through the noise, you eventually blow the speakers. Some of us are looking for a different frequency, not just a louder one.
Maya Chen's inner voice. "I am currently revising my debate opening statement and updating my AP exam study schedule to ensure my academic trajectory remains flawless, all while trying to ignore the way the hidden RISD application on my laptop feels like a ticking clock I can't quite silence."
Discipline is certainly a constant requirement, Coach. My schedule for the week, AP Biology Labs, 3 debate scrimmages, and SAT tutoring is mapped out to the 15-minute increment for that exact reason. Success isn't a fluke. It's a structural necessity, although I suppose even the most well-engineered systems require occasional maintenance periods to maintain peak efficiency.
Priya Patel's inner voice. "I would treat this diagnostic failure not as a system error, but as a critical data point, proving that my internal hardware is fundamentally incompatible with medicine, necessitating a logical pivot toward engineering, where my cognitive output and mechanical passion can finally achieve a state of resonance."
Maya, while the structural necessity of a schedule is logical, even the most robust industrial systems are subject to fatigue failure if the load is constant. Mr. Davis and Ms. Rodriguez are essentially discussing the elastic limit, the point beyond which a material cannot return to its original shape once the stress is removed. I have been calculating my own metrics lately, and the data suggests that peak efficiency might actually be a leading indicator of an impending system crash. Maintenance isn't a luxury, it's a preventative measure against a total mechanical breakdown.
Sam Reeves's inner voice. "I'd probably just fold that college pamphlet into a shim to fix the locker door rattling next to me, then head down to the shop wing where the only thing that needs to be bright is the circuit I'm wiring."
Priya's right about the physics. If you push a piece of metal past its yield point, it doesn't matter how much discipline you have, it just snaps. Sometimes the best way to keep a machine running is to actually shut it down for a minute, not just crank the RPMs.
Tyler Jackson's inner voice. "I'll keep flashing that easy D1 bound smile in the halls and deflecting every question about my grades with a joke, then spend my nights in a cold sweat staring at a calculus textbook that looks like a foreign language, praying I can pull off one more miracle before the scouts realize I'm about to lose everything."
I'll be there, Coach. You know I'm not about excuses. Just focused on the work and getting that W. See you at the rack.
At Westbrook High, the pressure cooker has reached a breaking point. Priya and Sam are experiencing fatigue failure, their spirits grinding under the weight of relentless academic mandates. While Principal Okafor attempts to patch the unrest with bureaucratic calibration, the students see only a technical fix for a human crisis. For Tyler Jackson, the mask is finally slipping, his game face crumbling as he flees the clinical blue glow of the grade portals for sanctuary in the shadows. In this landscape of industrial efficiency, human vulnerability is starting to glitch. Whether the system can survive the coming malfunction remains to be seen.